I think, first of all, we live in a world that, as a secular pluralist world, is kind of uncomfortable with philosophy. That, the easiest way to make an argument in what sometimes called like the naked public square is to make a very empirical argument. You mentioned scientific skepticism and vaccines. Those arguments are framed as, well, look, we have the rates of lives saved and we have the rates of adverse events, and this is so wildly lopsided on one side. We don't really have to talk about parental autonomy here. Like, that's just, that comes in when the trade-offs are murkier and the trade-offs are so clear. Happily, we don't have to talk about values now. And I think people find that's the easiest way to advance an argument. I think it only gets you so far. There's a point at which you have to talk about values, or you'll have to contort yourself so badly to find a purely empirical, non-value way of talking about things that matter that you're not going to wind up telling the whole truth. And I think, the feminist pitch runs into this problem a little bit. Feminism says women are equal in dignity to men. I agree. But the easiest naked public square way to construct that argument is to say women are equal to men because men and women are, to all extents and purposes, with some weird edge cases, but they are edge cases and we can ignore them, the same. And that's the easiest way to construct an equality. If these two things can be substituted for each other, they're equal, and you have to treat them the same. Now, what this means is that every way men and women differ becomes a threat to the premise of equality. And some of those ways are kind of empirical, well-attested, but amoral. Men have way stronger grip strength than women. That's a much bigger disparity of kind of those overlapping bell curves than height, which is, I think, what people think of first. Men are on average taller than women. Some women are taller than some men, etc. But with grip
Many
strength,
women are taller than me.
probably not me though. But with grip strength, like the two curves are barely touching. And so I can say, okay, men and women really differ substantially in grip strength. Now, does this mean women shouldn't vote? No, like, obviously not. And it's not a threat to acknowledge it, though it might make us curious. How do we design the built world? Like, is it designed for a male default? Would we benefit from making space to talk about women? But reproduction is the most glaring asymmetry between men and women, where, again, like, the bell curves don't touch. And the question is, does this make men and women not interchangeable? Yes, right. But what you often see is the attempt to either minimize the toll of pregnancy or the experience of pregnancy so that it won't count and won't make women different enough than men, or kind of in some of the abortion logic saying, because this asymmetry exists, abortion has to be legal in order for women to be equal to men, because men can always abandon a child.